how consistency wins every time, even when you don't feel like it. The first step is showing up. Consistency sounds simple, but simple is not always easy. Many people want results. Few choose the road that delivers them. You may think success belongs to the talented, or to the lucky, or to the gifted. But watch closely. Look behind every achievement. Look behind every strong body, every calm mind, every fluent speaker, every skilled creator. You will see a rhythm, a heartbeat, a pattern, a daily step. That rhythm is consistency. Consistency is not magic. It is not a burst of energy. It is not a moment of excitement that dies in the dark. Consistency is the slow fire that never goes out. Some mornings you wake up ready. Your body feels light. Your mind feels sharp. You do your work with joy. On those days, consistency feels natural. But on other days, you wake up tired. Your muscles feel heavy. Your thoughts feel weak. You would rather stay in bed. You would rather scroll your phone. You would rather escape from your plans. On those days, consistency becomes power. Why? Because consistency is not doing what you want when you feel good. Consistency is doing what you said you would do even when you do not feel good. Imagine a long road. It stretches beyond your sight. Some parts are smooth. Some parts are rocky. Some days the sun is bright. Some days the rain is cold. You keep walking anyway. Every step brings you closer. Success is not one giant leap. It is many small steps taken again and again. Think of water shaping stone. A single drop changes nothing, but drops falling over time carve mountains. Your small daily actions shape your life the same way. Little steps repeated again and again form new habits. New habits form new identity, and identity creates destiny. Consistency is identity training. When you act consistently, you tell your mind who you are. You are someone who shows up. You are someone who tries again. You are someone who stays when others quit. You are someone who finishes what you start. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation is lightning. It flashes bright but disappears fast. Consistency is sunrise. It shows up every day, even behind clouds, even when you cannot see it. It keeps coming, so keep going. Many beginners worry about perfection. They fear mistakes. They wait for the right moment. But the right moment is a trap. The right moment never arrives. There is always a reason to delay, always a reason to postpone, always a reason to doubt. The only right moment is the moment you start. Look at a seed. Small, quiet, easy to ignore. Put it into the soil. Feed it sunlight. Give it water. Wait. Nothing happens the first day. Nothing happens the second day. But below the ground, life begins. A root grows. A stem forms. Slowly, quietly, faithfully. Then one day, a sprout breaks through the surface. You see progress. But the real progress happened long before you saw it. Your work is the same. Your effort is a seed. Your consistency is sunlight and water. Your results appear over time. Do not pull the seed from the ground to check its growth. Let it grow. When you write 1 page every day, you become a writer. When you read 10 pages every night, you become a learner. When you walk 20 minutes each morning, you become stronger. When you review English words daily, you become fluent. You may not see change at first, but change is already happening. Inside you, around you, through you.
Consistency gives time for growth to work. Growth needs time. Time needs consistency. Think of the gym. One heavy workout will not change your body. 10 workouts in one day will not change your body. But one workout every day will transform you. Slowly at first, then suddenly. People will ask what your secret is. You will answer, I showed up every day. Showing up is half the victory. It is also the hardest half. Once you show up, momentum takes over. Momentum carries you forward. Momentum makes the next step easier. Momentum builds identity. Identity builds results. Some people think talent wins, but talent without consistency fades. Others think passion wins, but passion without consistency burns out. Still others think motivation wins, but motivation without consistency dies. Consistency wins because consistency stays. You will feel resistance. Your mind will whisper excuses. I am too tired. I am too busy. I will start tomorrow. Today does not matter. But consistency answers back. Today matters. Today always matters, because today becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes your life. Consistency is not about speed. It is about direction. Even slow progress moves you forward. Even tiny steps create motion. Do not compare your pace to others. Compare your effort to your own effort yesterday. If you are 1% better today, you win. Picture a staircase. You look up and see 100 steps. You feel overwhelmed. You take one step. You breathe. You take another step. One step becomes 5. 5 become 10. Soon you're halfway. Then you reach the top. You did not jump, you climbed. That is consistency. Do not underestimate small actions. Small actions build big changes. A small cup of water every day grows a tree. A small word every day grows a story. A small workout every day grows a body. A small lesson every day grows a mind. Some people chase intensity. They run fast until they collapse. They work hard for 1 week, then they stop for 1 month. They wonder why nothing changes. Intensity is a spark. Consistency is a flame. A spark lights the match. A flame warms the world. Consistency is not about feeling good. Consistency is about showing up when feelings disappear. Feelings change like weather. Consistency stays like climate. Weather shifts hour by hour. Climate shapes the earth. You do not need to be motivated to be consistent. You need structure, a plan, a time, a routine, a promise to yourself that you will not break. Make your actions so small you cannot fail. 1 push-up, 1 page, 1 new word, 1 walk. Once you start, momentum grows. Small becomes medium, medium becomes strong, strong becomes automatic. Do not wait to feel ready. Ready is a shadow. You chase it but never touch it. Start now. You will create readiness through action. Think of a river flowing through a canyon. Soft water, hard rock. You may expect stone to win, but water wins, not through power, through persistence, through small actions repeated, through time. Consistency turns drops into rivers, rivers into canyons. You are like water. You believe you are small, you believe you are weak, but when you move every day, nothing stops you. You carve your future. You shape your world. Some days will be heavy. You will feel stuck. But remember this, progress is not always visible. Muscles grow during rest. Language grows during silence. Confidence grows after effort. Growth hides before it shows. People will not see your struggle. They will not see your early mornings. They will not see your late nights. They will not see your doubts or fears. They will only see your results, and they will call you lucky. But luck is often invisible consistency. When you feel weak, lower the effort but keep the rhythm. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, stand. If you cannot stand, breathe and plan, but never quit. Consistency is not about perfection. Consistency is about return. Return to your path. Return to your practice. Return to your promise again and again. Some say discipline is strict. Some say consistency is boring. But discipline brings freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from guilt. Freedom from wasted years. Consistency is not a cage. Consistency is a key.
You want a better life. You want a stronger body. You want a sharper mind. You want financial freedom. You want fluency in English. These are not dreams. These are results. Results of small actions repeated. Repeated every day. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. What do you look like? What do you feel like? What have you learned? What have you built? What have you become? Now imagine that future self looking back. They whisper to you, "Thank you for showing up, even on the hard days, even when you did not feel like it. Because of you, I exist." That is the power of consistency. Consistency wins every time, even when you do not feel like it, especially when you do not feel like it. The first step is showing up. The second step is showing up again. The third step is believing that showing up will change you, and it will. Consistency is the bridge between effort and transformation. You walk that bridge every day, not quickly, not perfectly, but steadily, step by step, day by day. Part 2. The days you want to quit are the days that shape you. There is a moment in every journey when you want to stop. You feel tired. You feel uncertain. You feel slow. You feel like nothing is changing. This moment is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that you are moving forward. Because only people who move feel resistance. Only people who climb feel gravity. Only people who try feel doubt. Consistency is born in these moments, not when everything feels easy, not when your energy is high, not when motivation carries you like wind. Consistency is born when you whisper to yourself, "I will do it anyway." Picture a long-distance runner. She starts the race strong. Her breathing is calm. Her legs feel powerful. But halfway through, her chest tightens. Her legs burn. Her mind screams, "Stop." The crowd cannot feel her pain, but she feels every second. What does she do? She keeps moving. Not because it is easy, but because she made a promise to herself. That promise becomes her fuel. You are that runner. Your path is your race. Your doubt is your breath burning. Your tasks are your steps. Your consistency is your finish line. Some people believe quitting happens in an instant. They imagine a dramatic moment. Someone throws papers in the air. Someone storms out of a room. But quitting does not start there. Quitting begins quietly. It begins with one skipped day, then 2, then a week, then a month. The dream fades. The habit dies. And you say to yourself, "I will try again someday." But someday is a graveyard of lost goals. Consistency protects you from someday. Consistency keeps the light on, even when the flame is small. Think of a tiny flame in a dark forest. The wind blows, rain falls, cold presses in. The flame shakes, but someone protects it with their hands. Someone shields it from the storm. That flame is your goal. Consistency is your hands. Your job is to protect the flame, not to make it huge in one night,
but to make sure it does not die. You do not need to burn bright every day. You just need to keep the flame alive. People often ask why consistency matters so much. Why do I need to show up daily? Why can I not wait for inspiration? The answer is simple, because consistency changes your identity. You are not your thoughts. You are not your wishes. You are not what you say. You are what you do again and again. Every action is a vote for the person you want to become. When you write one sentence, you vote for the identity of a writer. When you read one page, you vote for the identity of a learner. When you meditate 1 minute, you vote for the identity of someone calm and aware. The more votes you cast, the stronger your identity becomes. Soon you do not need motivation to act. You act because that is who you are. Many people wait to become confident before taking action, but confidence does not lead to action. Action leads to confidence. Consistency is action repeated, so consistency grows confidence drop by drop. You may feel slow, you may feel small, but slow seeds grow deep roots. Small streams form strong rivers. Your progress is not measured by speed. Your progress is measured by return. Return again and again. That is growth. There is a story about a man who cut down a tree. He hit the tree with his axe 100 times. The tree did not fall. He hit it again. Still nothing. He hit it again. Still nothing. But with each swing, something changed, not outside, but inside the wood, inside the fibers. They weakened, they cracked, they prepared. Then swing 101 made the tree fall. But the final swing was not the reason the tree fell. The tree fell because of every swing before. Every strike mattered. Every effort counted. Consistency made the unseen progress. Your goals are the same. You may feel like nothing is happening. You do your work. You practice your skills. You show up. But your results seem still, silent, strange, hidden. Do not stop. Something is changing inside you. Every effort weakens the old you. Every repetition strengthens the new you. One day, everything will fall into place. People will say it was sudden, but you will know the truth. It was consistent. There will be days when your mind fights you. It will tell you excuses. I deserve a break. I can skip today. One day will not matter. But one day matters, because one day becomes 2. 2 becomes 3. 3 becomes a week. A week becomes a memory of what you once wanted. Consistency is protection from regret. You do not want to look back and say, I almost did it. You want to look back and say, I kept going. Some people fear failure so much that they never start. But consistency teaches you that failure is not the enemy. Stopping is the enemy. Trying and failing is learning. Failing and trying again is growth. Success is failure repeated with rhythm. Failure without rhythm breaks you. Failure with rhythm builds you. Look at an artist learning to draw. The first drawings look weak. The lines shake. The shapes feel wrong. But the artist keeps drawing. Every day, every line, every mistake. After 1 month, the drawings improve. After 6 months, the drawings become beautiful. People say, you are talented. But talent did not draw those lines. Consistency did. You may not be talented now. You may not be strong now. You may not be fluent now. But consistency gives you what talent cannot. Consistency turns beginners into experts. Consistency turns dreams into realities. Consistency turns wishes into skills. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it is tiny. It looks powerless. But the more it rolls, the more it grows. the larger it becomes, the faster it moves. Consistency is that roll. Your daily work adds weight, adds size, adds power. Soon, momentum carries you forward. Momentum feeds motivation. Motivation feeds belief. Belief feeds identity. Identity feeds consistency again. This is the cycle of transformation. You are not stuck. You are building momentum. You are shaping your snowball. Do not stop rolling. There will be voices around you. Some will say, "Why bother?" Some will say, "It is impossible." Some will laugh at your small steps. They do not understand. They only see your beginning. They cannot see your future. Small steps do not impress the world, but small steps impress time, and time changes everything. People admire results, but results come last. Consistency comes first. Imagine learning English. You memorize one word each day. People will say that is nothing. But one word a day is 30 words a month. It is hundreds of words a year. In a few years, you speak with strength. People will ask how you did it. You say, "I kept going." Even when I forgot words, even when my pronunciation was weak, even when I felt embarrassed, even when I wanted to quit. I kept going. Consistency grew my voice. Your voice matters. Your effort matters. Your steps matter. Even the small ones, especially the small ones. When you feel discouraged, remember this. Greatness is never accidental. Mastery is never random. Transformation is never a gift. It is earned through consistent action, on days you felt strong and on days you felt broken. You do not need to feel inspired to show up. You do not need to feel powerful to try. You do not need perfect energy to take imperfect action. You need to trust the process and trust yourself. Trust that every day you return, you grow. Trust that every step forward pulls your future closer. Trust that every repetition teaches your brain new patterns. Trust that every effort strengthens your spirit. There is a secret about consistency. It may feel heavy at first, but with time, consistency becomes light. Your new habits become natural. Your new rhythm becomes easy. What once felt difficult becomes part of who you are. You stop asking if you should do it. You start asking when you will do it, because you already know you will. The decision is already made. Only the schedule remains. This is the magic of consistency. First, you chase the habit, then the habit chases you. First, you push the rock, then the rock rolls by itself. First, you fight to begin, then you fight to stop because it feels wrong not to do it. That is the turning point. Consistency becomes identity. Identity becomes lifestyle. Lifestyle becomes destiny. Many people never reach this point. They stop too early. They stop before the habit becomes natural. They stop before the identity forms. They stop when the work is still heavy. They feel tired and think the tired feeling will last forever, but it will not. Consistency makes the hard thing easier. Inconsistency makes the easy thing harder. When you skip your practice, you break the rhythm. When you break the rhythm, restarting becomes painful, not because the task is hard, but because the identity weakens, the belief fades. Consistency protects your belief, and belief protects your consistency. People think discipline is punishment, but discipline is self-care for your future. It is love for your future self. It is a gift wrapped in effort. You work today so your future walks with confidence. You struggle today so your future feels strong. You learn today so your future speaks with clarity. You will not see results every day. That is normal. Do not demand constant proof. Demand constant presence. Presence creates proof later. Proof arrives when it is ready. Your job is not to force results. Your job is to stay in the arena, to keep swinging the axe, to keep writing the words, to keep practicing the skill, to keep showing up. There will be a day when you look back and say, I am glad I stayed. The results will come, not quickly, not magically, but steadily, unstoppably, like sunrise, like tide, like seasons. Consistency is nature, and nature always wins. The days you want to quit are the days that shape you. Those days build resilience. Those days build discipline. Those days build pride. One day you will say, I became strong because I continued when I felt weak. You may think you are behind. You are not behind. You are becoming. Becoming takes time. Becoming takes patience. Becoming takes repetition. Your future self waits on the other side of repetition. Step through. Keep going. Consistency wins every time, and you are learning how to win. Consistency is not a loud victory. It is a quiet rhythm. It is the steady heartbeat that keeps going when applause fades and motivation disappears. Many people believe results come from big moments, but results come from repeating small actions long after the excitement is gone. Consistency wins because it works in silence. It wins because most people stop, and when they stop, you keep going. When you do something once, nothing changes. When you do something twice, nothing changes. But when you show up again and again, the world begins to notice. Your mind changes, your habits change, your confidence grows. You become someone you were not before. Consistency shapes identity. Think of water carving through stone, not in one day, not in one week, but drop by drop, over time. The stone becomes shaped by something softer and weaker than it. That is what consistent effort is. It does not have to be powerful in a single moment. It only needs to last longer than resistance. But consistency is difficult, not because the actions are hard. Most actions are simple. Write 1 page, do 10 push-ups, study for 15 minutes, speak 1 sentence of English out loud. The actions are small. The difficulty is returning to them every day. The difficulty is showing up when the feeling is gone. Because feelings are waves, they rise and fall. If you depend on feelings, you rise and fall with them. But consistency is a decision, not a mood. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel weak, some days you feel clear, some days you feel lost. Consistency does not care. Consistency says, just do it again. Even a small effort counts. Even a tiny step matters, because tiny steps repeated become unstoppable. To win with consistency, you must build trust with yourself. When you say you will do something and you do it, you grow stronger inside. When you break your promise to yourself, you shrink, you feel smaller, you feel weaker, you lose respect for your own word. But each time you keep the promise, even a small one, you build a reputation with yourself. You become someone you can depend on. Confidence is not a gift. Confidence is earned through repetition. Every time you show up, your confidence takes root, like a seed. Every time you quit, your confidence cracks, like glass. Most people think confidence comes first, but consistency comes first. Action comes first. You earn confidence through doing, not waiting. Many people begin strong and finish weak. They start with passion and end with excuses. They have energy on day 1, day 2, day 3, but when day 8 feels boring, they stop. When day 15 feels heavy, they stop. When day 20 feels lonely, they stop. Consistency wins because it outlives boredom, it outlives resistance, it outlives doubt. Sometimes you will feel invisible. Sometimes you will feel stuck. Sometimes you will not see progress, but progress is not always visible. Sometimes progress works underground like roots. Sometimes progress is slow, silent, hidden. Then one day, something changes. One day your speaking becomes smoother. One day your skills become sharper. One day your body becomes stronger. And people say, you are talented, but talent was never the source. Consistency was. Think about language learning. One sentence today does not change your life. 1 minute of speaking English does not transform your skills. But imagine one sentence a day for 1 year. Imagine speaking 1 minute every day for 2 years. You become fluent not because of one big effort. You become fluent because you never stopped. Small habits over long periods become massive change. Consistency is not about perfection. Perfection breaks you. Perfection demands everything now. Consistency asks only one thing: show up today. Not perfectly, just honestly. Perfection is heavy. Consistency is light. But how do you stay consistent when you feel tired, when you feel bored, when you feel discouraged? You stay consistent by shrinking the task, not your goal. When you cannot run 20 minutes, walk 5. When you cannot write 1 page, write 1 sentence. When you cannot study 1 hour, study 5 minutes. When you cannot do your full routine, do part of it. Because part of it keeps the habit alive. Part of it keeps the door open. Part of it keeps you moving forward. You do not have to finish everything to stay consistent. You only need to return.
Imagine climbing a mountain. You do not jump to the top. You take small steps. Some days faster, some days slower, but you keep moving. Even a slow climb reaches the summit. Here is a truth. It is better to do a small effort every day than a big effort once a month, because consistency multiplies. It compounds. It builds layers of progress like bricks in a wall. The wall does not appear in a day. The builder places 1 brick at a time, day after day, brick after brick, until something strong stands where nothing once existed. That is your life. You are the builder. Your habits are the bricks. Some people say they lack motivation, but motivation is unpredictable. Motivation comes and goes like weather. Discipline is stronger. Consistency is stronger. Motivation asks, do you feel like it? Consistency asks, will you do it anyway? But discipline does not mean punishment. Discipline means devotion. It means you care enough to return. It means the future version of you is worth the effort of today. It means you choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. Comfort feels good now. Growth feels good later. Consistency bridges the gap between who you are and who you want to become. You will face doubt. You will face failure. You will face setbacks. You will face days when everything feels heavy. But consistency is not destroyed by failure. Consistency is strengthened by failure. Because each time you get back up, you prove to yourself that you are not done. Failure is not the enemy. Stopping is the enemy. Quitting is the enemy. Consistency teaches patience. Patience teaches resilience. Resilience builds character. Character shapes destiny. Step by step, day by day, the future grows closer. Some people will not understand your effort. Some will question why you keep going. Some will laugh when your progress is slow. Some will doubt you, but they will stop. They will give up when it becomes difficult, and you will continue. And one day, they will ask how you did it. You will answer with one word: consistency. You do not need to impress everyone. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to move fast. You only need to keep going. You only need to stay in motion. In motion is where change lives.
Look back at your journey. Think of everything you overcame. Think of every time you wanted to quit but didn't. You survived those days. You can survive today, too. Consistency does not feel powerful in the moment, but it becomes powerful when time passes. You may not notice the change from day to day, but 1 year from now, you will thank yourself. Your future self depends on your present consistency. To be consistent is not to be extraordinary once. It is to be ordinary many times until the extraordinary appears. Consistency wins every time because time rewards whoever stays in the game. Not the fastest, not the loudest, not the strongest, just the one who continues. And when you want to give up, remember this: your small effort today is part of a much bigger story. Your steps are building something no one sees yet, but it is forming, it is growing, it is waiting for you to keep going. There will be days when you feel empty, days when progress feels invisible, days when your steps feel slow. On those days, return to the smallest version of your habit. Whisper to yourself, just do it again. Then do it again and again until the rhythm returns. Consistency is not magic. It is not luck. It is not talent. Consistency is a choice repeated, a decision honored, a promise kept. One day the results will arrive. One day the hard work will show. One day the mirror will reflect someone stronger than before. And you will realize something powerful. You built yourself. Not in one day, but every day, even when you did not feel like it. And that is why consistency wins every time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.